learning anything and in the kind of rigorous discipline that is required of Hindustani classical music is not easy to accept for anyone, leave alone for me, and I wasn't from a family of musicians. So once Pandit Ramashreya Jha ji accepted me as a disciple, there were many lessons that were not just about music that I learned. And I'm going to share with you an anecdote which has stayed with me all through my life. So, you know, we learn these tans, which are these fast sequences where you have to train your voice like you train your body. So you have to train your voice to run up and down the scales with an agility. Some people are born with that agility, some are not. I wasn't. I was one of the latter. So I would always, and this requires riyaz, you have to practice it, there's no other way. So I would always sort of practice everything else, you know, sing everything I wanted to, but would balk when I had to sing that. So every Sunday when I went back, till the time that the alap went on, things remained good. And then Guruji would get more and more angry because I hadn't practiced. And I would get ticked off, and he would tell my father, there's no point, ले जाइए इनको, ये लोग थोड़ा बहुत गजल वजल गा लेंगे पार्टी में, बस बहुत है, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं होगा इन लोगों से, ये शास्त्रीय संगीत ले जाइए. And I would feel so humiliated, and I would tell my father on the way back that I'm not going to go next week. And he would say, sorry, you don't get to say this, you hadn't done your work. So that's why you're getting ticked off. If you'd worked hard, you wouldn't be in this position. So I valiantly told myself that I'm going to practice this week, and I'm either going to overcome this or I'm not going back. I'm just not going to take this again. So suddenly I turned into this miracle child who was getting up and practicing and had to be told, don't practice so much. And I went up and down the scales, and triumphantly I went next Sunday. And I got my talim. And everybody was waiting. You know, everybody would get tense that ab Shubha ko padne wali hai. So we reached the Tan section, and I zipped up and down the scales. And Guruji looked just a trifle surprised. And that got me even more smug. So he said, next one, higher up, zip. So, and then I was like, you know, in full swagger. So he said, he gave me another pattern, which was not just going up and down, but doing a zigzag pattern. And sure enough, I fell flat on my face. Then he says, ab kahan gayi chaturai. So, you know, you learn these lessons, patience, diligence, that there's always more to learn, that swagger is not going to help, and also a certain kind of acceptance of your limitations and strengths. So I think there's so many lessons that are taught in just going through that rigor, that it's really quite a profound experience, not just about learning a rag or learning a bandish in a rag or learning how to use your voice. It's really quite a holistic experience which teaches you much more than just the giving and taking of certain lessons in vocal music.